Hey everyone, welcome to It's All About the Mouse for May. This time we are all mad here. The inspiration is a photo from, or not a photo, but a inspiration board from Alice in Wonderland. It's her looking through the keyhole at all the flowers and the Cheshire Cat and the Queen of Hearts. And I took inspiration from the colors. Basically, what I said is I saw black and white with pops of very vibrant colors. So I chose to use the Spectrum Gardenia collection from 49th and Market. And because it's a lot of flowers, I'm doing a picture of myself in front of the Groot topiary from this year's Flower and Garden. So I'm just going to be putting the page together rather quickly. This didn't take that long to come together, mainly because the collection is so amazing. If you haven't purchased Spectrum Gardenia, I don't even know if there's some available. I will try to link below if there is. I got mine from the My Little Scrapbook store. It is a wonderful collection. It comes with multiple, you can see here 6 by 8 packs. It also has different background papers. And what I'm doing here is just kind of building a collection of a big photo. It's a 5 by 7 photo. And then putting it sort of at the bottom. And then I'm going to be building around it using rub-ons and embellishments. The big thing about the 49th and Market collections were they came with rub-ons, and they kind of brought rub-ons back, in my opinion. Most of us were not using a lot of rub-ons until the 49th and Market collection started coming out with these bigger rub-ons, and they kind of made rub-ons cool again. So you'll see here, this was the rub-on collection that came with this particular set. It's a bunch of black and white words, which I thought went really well for this collection because this inspiration, because I was trying to go for the black and white. So Spectrum Gardenia came with a bunch of super, super bright colors and then black and white add-ons. So that is this inspiration photo to a T. Here are some of the rub-ons that I was really talking about. So they brought back full page, really bright color rub-ons, and you're going to see me use them here. And the thing is, they go on like butter. And if you remember back when rub-ons were cool back in the, I don't know, 90s, early 2000s, they were a pain in the patookus. They were not easy to use. These are just super easy to use. They come off really easily. And, you still have to kind of lift it up, see if it's there, and just push it back down. But super nice, super vibrant, colorful, and 100%, this is why I started using the 49th and Market collections, and I think they make all the difference. So I am going to use 5 or 6 rub-ons here, both in the 2 colored ones and then some of the black and white ones, just to build the little vignette there on this left of my photo. And that allows me to kind of take up the white space without having to cut any paper, without having to use a lot of depth, just having bulk. And I think it's just amazing. If you're doing cards or you're doing something to mail, or if you're like me and you actually put these in albums and you store them, and you don't want your pages to be super, super thick. You don't want the titles of the super foam thickers and all of the chipboard and all of those things. These rub-ons add beautiful dimension. You can layer them, you can put them on top of each other and add this gorgeous dimension while still um, not adding depth. So 100% I recommend it. I think you should give it a try. I love them and use them all the time. I know some other companies are starting to come out with rub-ons now after 49th and Market, but 49th and Market kind of brought it back, and their rub-ons are basically a little bit ahead of some of the other companies. So I would just give it a try. I'll link to some of the rub-ons from 49th and Markets that I have seen and that I've used in the description box below. So you've basically seen me put all my rub-ons on, and you know, I almost, if I hadn't been doing this for this video, I'll be honest, I might have quit there because I just loved the way it looked. Now I end up really liking the way the end page comes together as well, and I did add a few other details, but I could have stopped there and been happy. Here are me adding this particular film strip, and this film strip, for some reason, gave me all kinds of problems. Gluing this film strip down, it would not sit flat. I don't know what happened, but it gave me a little bit of mess. And then this film strip, I really wanted to use, but because I put today so close, I couldn't figure out how to do it. And I spent a lot of time. You're going to watch me just mess around. And then I finally said, oh, I can use that to anchor the title. And I don't know why I don't do this more often. I love the way that looks. I love the idea of having a little anchor for the title that is see through, so you still see the flowers. And all of a sudden, the page just came together. So think about using some of those film strips that way. Now, these page kits or these collections come with all kinds of things. And I am just trying to figure out how to build a page kit with all of the different colors, with all the different pieces, and just kind of putting things together. So I've got some leaves, I've got this really cool orange, and what I want to do is have a lot of the different color kind of flowing throughout the page. And I'm just picking some pieces, and then you're going to see me move them around and change them. So what I'm looking at every time is, what do I not have? What do I not have in each one of these each one of these kind of setups? So up there at the top, I didn't have red, so I still wanted red. Um, Here on the side, I had purple, pink, but I didn't have blue or orange. So you're going to see me try to find some blue or orange. And then white. I'm also trying to make sure I add a little bit of white. So there's a red heart. And I just go through every one of the embellishment kits. Now, I will be completely honest here. The embellishment kits, I have taken and used them all, so they are all mixed up. Um, I honestly don't know anymore what came in which kit anymore or which little package. So I'm not even going to try to tell you that. I loved that little orange flower, and so I end up putting it down there at the bottom. Just so much fun. I love the Pure Beauty because I will tell you the topiaries this year, particularly this Groot one, which plays music and it was super fun and colorful. It was awesome. I got this photo before the PhotoPass photographers came out because my girlfriend that I went with loved the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, and I get motion sick. And I have ridden Guardians of the Galaxy, and the one time I rode it, ended up they put us in row 9, and it's the best ride, everyone says. If you look online, they'll tell you get row 9, get row 9. Well, what it really means, it's the most crazy ride. It's the most, you know, it moves you around the most. So I got so motion sick, it cost me about an hour of the day. And normally that's okay because normally John and I are just there, we're hanging out, we're just walking around. But with Jennifer, we were riding rides, we were trying to drink around the world. So I just told her, I've already ridden the ride. I don't want to get motion sick. And maybe I wouldn't have gotten motion sick because if I didn't get in row 9, maybe I wouldn't have been as motion sick. But I didn't want to chance it, particularly on this day. So I said, you go ride the ride. We had the virtual queue for her. You go ride the ride, and I will just go and look at the topiaries. So I got the Groot topiary when no one else was there. Everyone else was on rides. It was early entry, and I just was able to get a photo by myself in front of the Groot topiary. And it was just this really, really fun kind of picture for me. It was a fun time. I also went and found the place that sells the fuel rods. I got myself a fuel rod because I forgot my power bank at the hotel. So it was a good morning. And I believe this is basically the page. I have one more little piece of orange that I'm trying to fit in there, just so I can put the date on it. And I think I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to stamp the date. But here is my basically finished layout. You're going to see in a second the final one. I'm looking for the date now. So I hope this particular picture gives you some inspiration. If you are looking for an easy way to get inspired by this layout, go check out the Spectrum Gardenia collection. I'll try to link to it in the description. Thank you so much, and thanks for watching us talk about all about the mouse. Thanks, everyone.